Now let's talk about the war in Ukraine. As the US election draws closer, Zelensky is making frantic appeals, but they're getting drowned out by the conflict in West Asia. Zelensky wants the West to support his victory plan. He wants them to push Russia towards a truce, but on his terms. The problem is he hasn't found takers for this. So the Ukrainian president is shifting his focus to the global south, specifically to India. He believes that India can play a role in the negotiations. According to Zelensky, Prime Minister Modi can influence the course of this war. But will Russia agree to a negotiated truce now, at a time when Russian forces are gearing up to escalate and North Korean soldiers have arrived to fight with them? Here's a report.
These are North Korean soldiers. Most of these men appear young, somewhere in their 20s. Perhaps even younger. They've never traveled outside their country, but now they're on Russian soil.
I can confirm that North Korean troops have been sent to Russia and that North Korean military units have been deployed to the Kursk region.
Soon, these troops will be dispatched to the front lines. Their mission is to fight the Ukrainian forces. Last week, the Russian president was asked about this, but as always, Putin kept his cards close to his chest.
Images are a serious thing. If there are images, then they reflect something. We are in touch with our North Korean friends, and we will see how this process develops.
The entry of North Korean troops adds a new dimension to this conflict. This isn't the first time Pyongyang has helped Moscow out. At the beginning of the conflict, North Korea supplied Russia with bombs. But now, Kim Jong-un is supplying soldiers to the Russian forces. It's a much bigger escalation. And Zelensky himself has termed it a serious challenge.
In particular, we have information that 2 units of military personnel from North Korea are being trained, potentially even 2 brigades of 6,000 people each. And this is a challenge.
How will Zelensky respond? Well, his options remain limited. For months now, Ukraine has pushed the West for more lethal firepower. This includes a request to lift restrictions on long-range attacks. But so far, the US and its NATO allies have been non-committal. Instead, they continue to issue verbal warnings.
Let's be clear. If North Korean soldiers do enter into combat, this development would demonstrate Russia's growing desperation in its war against Ukraine.
But more rhetoric won't help Ukraine. Zelensky perhaps realizes this himself. He's looking for tangible assistance, and he's reaching out to the global south again. Zelensky has made a fresh appeal to the Indian Prime Minister. He says that Prime Minister Modi could mediate between Ukraine and Russia. He's even willing to let India host the next peace summit. But his appeal may not be well received in New Delhi because it comes with a rant against India's time-tested friendship with Russia. Zelensky says that India should act against Russia. It should block the Russian economy and halt purchases of cheap energy, and extend more support to bring back Ukrainian children from Russia. If Zelensky's goal is to win India over, statements like this may work against him. Diplomacy doesn't work through ultimatums, especially if you're on the back foot.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election, explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained, every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.